Hey guys, Joyce and Anthony aka JJ, and I am using Blender 4.0.3 RC, a release candidate, and I am going to click on 2D animation. When you first open up the 2D animation, you just see this white screen, and this is through camera view. So I am going to click on the camera icon to get out of camera view, just to show you what the full scene looks like. If you're a beginner, this is your first time opening up a Blender 2D scene, it just goes into infinity. When I have my drawing tablet, I'll hover my pen over that X, Y, and Z axis at the top right to move around the scene. And if I want to zoom in and out, I will click that little magnifying glass also at the top right. Right now I am using a wireless mouse, so I'm just using the wheel. I'm scrolling it up and down to zoom in and out and pushing it down when I want to toggle around the screen. When I'm drawing a scene in Blender, to help me stay organized and know where I am, I like to go and turn on the X and Y axis. You can turn on the Z, but I never really do. Now that we played around with this scene, I want to go back to camera view. Right now we are in draw mode. As you can see, there's 6 different modes, and we'll play more with those later. If you click the pencil icon at the top left, you'll see the 8 default brushes. I'm gonna click the ink pen. The default color is black. I want to change that. Right now I'm in the tool tab, but I need to go down to the green like squiggly line, and that is the data tab. These are the default layers. It gives you a line and a fill layer. I just drew on the line tab, but I actually want to go down to the materials and play with the colors. These are the default 4 colors. If you're wondering why the red line looks different, it's because under the line type, there are 3 different options, and this one is square option. I want to add another color. To do that, I'm going to press this plus button, and then I'm going to select new. And then under the stroke where you see the base color, I'm going to lighten it a little bit and select, I'll do a green color. At the top, you can change the radius, and you can also change the strength, which I like to think of kind of like opacity. Off screen, I just added a blue color, and I'm going to show you guys what this gray stroke fill color looks like. I'm going to go back to the data tab where the layers are located, and I just click plus to add a new layer. I'll just rename it new lines. Okay, now I'm going to select lines. I'm going to set up a scene because I want to ask you guys watching a question. Okay, I'm just going to draw like a green squiggly line. Now that that's drawn, I'm going to go back and select my new lines. And I'm going to select the blue. Here is my question. Why is the blue on top of the green, but the green is on top of the blue when it comes to the order of the materials? Why do you think that is? If you said the layers under the data tab is what Blender uses for the line order, you would be correct. The color order that we just saw under the materials tab has no bearing on the line order. Now it is time for the first challenge. With everything we just went over, I want you to create a scene with a minimum of 5 squiggly lines, zigzags, just a straight line, whatever you choose. and at least 3 layers under the data tab and at least 3 different colors. You can pause the video right here to give you time to complete the challenge. This is what I came up with. So I have 3 different layers and 5 different colors. Played a little bit with the dot stroke. So let me turn on the second layer. And that is my 3rd color. And for the top layer, whoa, where'd that come from? And those are my other 2 colors. And I drew my 5 squiggly lines. Challenge number 1 in the books. Hopefully after watching this and completing the challenge, you feel more comfortable with layers, changing the color, and the different line types. This is Joyce-Anne Anthony, aka JJ. On to challenge number 2.